Natasha's somewhere around me. Hoping you can hear me, Natasha. What do you have where you are?
Well, thank you so much, Ayanda. Talking about covering all angles, we know that infrastructure were one of the main tenets that were actually discussed throughout the year in some working groups. When you talk about priorities of disaster risk reduction working group, there's that issue of disaster resilience, infrastructure. And the next guest that I'll be speaking to speaks to that and other broader issues. And of course, I'm joined by the MEC of Roads and Transport in this province, the host province, Gauteng, and this is none other than MEC Kedibone Diale-Tlabela. MEC, thank you so much for joining us on the SABC News Channel. A lot of talk about infrastructure. Of course, infrastructure also impacts the work that you do in terms of roads and transport. When you talk about disaster resilient infrastructure, let's just focus on that.
Okay. One of the things that you'd know that during the State of the Province address, Premier Panyaza Lesufi spoke to G13 issues, G13 plus 1 issues. Unfortunately for us, those were the issues. If we were to fix the G13 plus 1 issues, we would have fixed Gauteng. Unfortunately for this event, we were already in the program of ensuring that we fix our province, we fix our provincial road network, we help municipalities, and amongst others, Premier then appointed champions of different aspects of getting the G13 issues done. And I'm a champion for IGR, Intergovernmental Relations. So one thing that we saw during the preparations for this big event for Africa is that we reignited ourselves as different spheres of government by collaborating with one another. So we were planning together and executing together and also providing oversight as the two spheres of government, including getting support from national. So we did quite well because of integration and collaboration. We worked together as cities, and we're very thankful to our current executive mayors who helped us to ensure that we do our best in delivering this event.
Before I toss to my colleague Sharon, just in 30 seconds, I do understand that you met with the UK Prime Minister. He came to see the Gautrain. Of course, you exchanged notes. And we know that road networks lead to prosperity, and Gautrain is one of those. Just give us some insights, please.
Gautrain is rated the best infrastructure in Africa. And one of the things you'll remember when we started conceptualizing Gautrain as Gauteng government, we were benchmarking with different governments. And part of those governments is the UK. And the British government wrote to us to say, as part of their visit and being part of this summit, they'd want to visit our Gautrain plant, and we took them there as part of exchanging ideas and learning. It was an informal session. We're still going to be engaging with each other surely for future, but you must know that we also had trained some of the engineers through the UK government, and the program is still continuing. So it was quite exciting to get one of the developed countries having interest to come and learn from us on how did we do it, how are we doing it. And we're looking forward to a brighter future for not only ourselves as Gauteng, but for the whole continent.
MEC, thank you so much for your time. Of course, showing this is what we're doing, exploring different themes, of the G20 and how this actually translates, to the issues of local government, specifically here in Gauteng as the host province. With that said, let me toss back to you in studio, Sharon.
Natasha, thank you very much indeed.